It is the property that inspired the country house in the novel, and subsequent film, Howard's End. And now the childhood home of writer EM Forster, overlooking the countryside on the edge of the Hertfordshire town of Stevenage, is on the market for £1.5 million. The author had fond memories of the 5-bedroom property, having lived there between the ages of 4 and 14, and referenced it in his popular novel written in 1910. The Great I-listed property called Rook's Nest House boasts many original features, including a walk-in inglenook fireplace and servant bells. The estate agent handling the sale, Country Properties Stevenage, explained how Forster kept in touch with friends and neighbors despite no longer living at the country house. He was very keen for the countryside to remain as undisturbed as it had been during his childhood, it said. Property expert Nigel Lewis said, EM Forster was worried that his beloved countryside around Howard's would be swallowed up by Stevenage, and despite the best effort of campaigners to do that, the property is almost in a suburb of the town now rather than in open country, as it used to be when he lived there. Formal gardens surround the house, which sits in 4.5 acres of paddocks and is surrounded by fields. Despite being just 1.7 miles from Stevenage's station, there is also a donkey stable with power, although this has most recently been used with a marquee for family occasions. According to the estate agent, there are beautiful, uninterrupted views of the Hertfordshire countryside from both the grounds and the house. Rook's Nest House, formerly known as Howard's, is approached via an impressive sweeping drive and entered via a pitch-tiled porch. The house dates back to the 1600s, when it would have sat in open countryside rather than on the edge of the town. There are 3 reception rooms, all with fireplaces, and servants' quarters, plus block parquet flooring in some rooms and vintage doors. EM Forster is also known for writing the novels A Room with a View and A Passage to India, while he was nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature in 16 different years. He was born in 1879, when he was officially registered under the name of Henry Morgan Forster, although it is understood that he was accidentally named Edward Morgan Forster at his baptism. In 1880 his father died and his mother then moved to Rook's Nest with her son in 1883, with the house serving as a model for Howard's End due to the author's fond childhood memories there. The property is on the edge of the town of Stevenage, which is between Letchworth Garden City to the north and Welwyn Garden City. Rook's Nest House did not appear in the film adaptation of Howard's End. Instead, a separate property in Oxfordshire's Rutherfield Peppard was used. The property was called Peppard Cottage and was put on the market for sale earlier this year via estate agents Knight Frank for £3.95 million. Howard's End tells the story of 3 families who belonged to different social classes in the early 1990s. The country cottage of the title is owned by the wealthy Wilcox family, with Anthony Hopkins playing the widowed Henry Wilcox. The cottage appears almost as a character itself in the novel, so central is it to the plot. As characters suffer rootlessness and upheaval, serene Howard's End offers serenity and constancy.